Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another review. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And today I have the pleasure of talking to you guys a little bit about the newest release by the company Azzaro. This one is a 2016 release and it goes by the name Wanted. Very sort of cowboy-esque feel to it. Here's the bottle. The perfumer for this one is Fabrice Pellegrin, and he has done fragrances for Diptyque, he has done fragrances for By Kilian. He has a pretty extensive repertoire or catalog, as it were. Now, in releasing this fragrance, I think Azzaro is trying to make a move towards making fragrances that would appeal to a younger demographic. We see that in the past, they have had some really successful sellers. I'm thinking of fragrances like Azzaro's Chrome and all of the flankers associated with it, but also fragrances like Azzaro Pour Homme, which is a highly revered fragrance in the community, especially among the older gentlemen. Now, in recent times, they've released some pretty obscure fragrances. I'm thinking of Azzaro Now, Azzaro Visit, which has a pretty abstract bottle with a unique sprayer built into it. But then you have fragrances like Decibel, the bottle of which many say looks kind of kitschy. And then this is the newest one, and I think it has a pretty upbeat, sort of urban, I don't even know what other adjectives I can use to describe it. It looks like a revolver, right? It looks like the bullets that would go into a revolver. And it's a really unique bottle. I would even say it's probably one of their coolest looking bottles. I like it a lot better than Azzaro's Decibel. And this fragrance is classified as a woody spicy. Let's go ahead and start the review off by taking a look at the presentation. So on the box for Azzaro Wanted, you see the top of the shell or the bullet here with the name Azzaro written in a circumferential pattern, the concentration, the name of the fragrance, and the size at the bottom. On the very bottom is where you can find the UPC with the serial number punched into the box here on the bottom left. On the very back, you have the ingredients, and then you have the logo once more at the very top. Really cool attention to detail, but here's where the presentation really shines with the bottle. Some might say it looks kitschy. I actually think it looks darn awesome. On the very top here, you have the top of the bullets. It looks like the chamber of a revolver fully loaded, and the bullets themselves look like they have a little bit of like a patina to them, like a little bit of a rust or a patina as if they're worn with age. Really nice attention to detail. A sticker at the bottom with your information once again. The cap does click into place, and let me show you the distribution. It's actually pretty narrow, but it gets the job done. And that was the presentation for Wanted by Azzaro. So this fragrance fits within the genre of the sweeter fragrances. So think Paco Rabanne's Invictus, Paco Rabanne 1 Million, Versace Eros, so on and so forth, Jimmy Choo Man Intense. This fragrance smells a lot like Paco Rabanne's Invictus. So if you've tried that fragrance, if you smell them side by side, you will have a difficult time picking up on the differences between the two. There is certainly a lot of tonka bean in here, and when you look at the note breakdown, there's also a little bit of lemon. You do get that freshness in the opening, and I think this is a smell that would be conducive to you getting a lot of compliments. So if you're looking for something that you can wear at nighttime, maybe if you're going to parties, maybe if you're going to the club, because this is a loud scent, it is going to jump up off your skin, it's going to project really well, you're going to have this scent cloud around you. Yes, it's that type of fragrance. It is going to get you noticed. What I like about this fragrance is that it doesn't smell juvenile. It doesn't smell immature. You have a lot of fragrances like Blue Sugar by Aquilina that just smell like cotton candy and sugar, and you know, they smell like they are suited for a younger demographic. What the company did here is they took the note of tonka bean, which is a ubiquitous note in perfumery, but they found a way to utilize it in this scent that it will appeal to a younger crowd, but not necessarily smell childish. I think that's a little bit difficult to accomplish. Why? Let's look at the classification. It has a lot of spices in here. It has cardamom, which is also used in fragrances like La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. And I think the overall composition, it smells great. It smells pleasant. It's conducive to getting compliments, but it's not a groundbreaking fragrance, and it doesn't do things differently. And listen, it's not about reinventing the wheel, because we're not trying to do that. If a fragrance is successful, we want to release something along those same lines within that same family. My only point of contention with this one is that it smells 90% like Paco Rabanne's Invictus. Yes, there are some spices in here. There is a little bit of vetiver in here. There is some lemon to sort of clean it up. But there's also this minty quality about it. At times it reminded me of Vicks Vapor Rub, which is why I would say it probably might be eucalyptus, or it also smells a little bit like eugenol, which is found in cloves, but it's also found in bay leaf. And surprise, surprise, Paco Rabanne's Invictus contains bay leaf. I also, at times when I smelled it, it reminded me of the frankincense note or the olibanum note that is used in Azzaro's Decibel, the one that's shaped like a microphone. Overall, it's a pleasant scent. My wife really likes this one. It's going to get you compliments. It's sweet without smelling like bubblegum like Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. A lot of people say that one has a bubblegum vibe. This one, on the other hand, it has that tonka bean note or that coumarin note. It's a great clubbing scent. You're going to get noticed. It's loud. It projects. And you might actually like it, but it definitely does give a nod to Paco Rabanne's Invictus. Let's finish things off by taking a look at the rating. First up, I took a look at the uniqueness in the overall smell, and while the overall smell is nice, to say the least, it is not unique at all. As a matter of fact, this is something that we smelled years ago. I mean, we have Paco Rabanne's Invictus. Now we've even had Jimmy Choo Man Intense, which is kind of along those same lines. I actually prefer that one. I think it smells a little bit nicer. We also have Paco Rabanne's Invictus Aqua, which I actually think, because of the fresh and slightly salty elements, is an improvement upon the original, but overall it's a nice smell to say the least, and my wife likes it, and it is conducive to getting compliments. I can't say that enough. Next up, we have longevity. Longevity on this one is actually pretty good. I got about 8 hours, and then it does sit closer to the skin, right about that 6 to 7 hour mark, so the performance is really good. Projection is going to jump up off your skin for about 3 hours. I did get noticed. I went in the car, I went shopping with my wife, and then by the time we came home, we sat on the couch, caught up on some DVR, and my wife even said, "You smell good." And it's been like 3 hours. So yes, it is going to get you noticed, and it performs really well. Versatility on this one, I think anybody of any age can wear it. I think they succeeded in their goal, in their objective, and what they were trying to do, targeted for a younger crowd. But I think the spices also make it wearable and maybe appreciable for an older crowd. I think this one is for fall and winter because it has that oomph in the compositional nature, but also the performance. I think it might be overkill to wear it in the summer, but as long as you're wearing it in a climate-controlled environment, you'll do pretty well with that. And I think this one could be pulled off by a woman because the sweetness is something that I wouldn't mind smelling on a woman. And last up, we have the presentation. I think the name, the bottle is really, really cool. And I think, you know, when we look at this in the long run, I think the bottle, because of its distinctive name and look, I think it will go down in the books. I think it's an iconic fragrance, really well done. If I were to give this an overall score, in all honesty, I would give it about a 3 out of 5. And I give it a 3 out of 5 because it's very mainstream. They accomplished what they set out to do, but I do think it is a nod to other fragrances like Paco Rabanne's Invictus and Jimmy Choo Man and Versace Eros, and it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't do things so differently that it wows me. But overall, it is a pleasant scent. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review of Wanted by Azzaro. If you own or have tried this fragrance, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So remember, I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.